Hi, officer.
Рыбачка. Интересные у нее сережки.
Anything I can help you with? A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium. The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place. The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions, and that was actually the second one.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your... Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Let's see. Who are you looking for? I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate?
Искатели животных, которых нелегко найти.
Aha! Like snowmen. Two odd guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like.
О, ничего себе. И куда они отправились?
Don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. Who else are you looking for besides snowmen? Well, how can I assist you then, officer? Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff. I sell the fish to people in the Delta to serve at their fancy restaurants. Authentic insular Indian cuisine. Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her. This is what is called a conversation. You don't have to be guarded right now.
Fine by me.
Так, подпись. У нее есть меч.
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks mostly.
Ничего себе.
Not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a tough spot. It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation. From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time. Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying. Guess I enjoyed the way he bled.
If it is, then why the melancholy?
Gone.
Печально.
It absolutely does not. We are not going to look for him.
There's nothing to find. He's dead.
Под
Lost to the
воду.
waves. Who knows? Maybe he fell over. He didn't respect the sea. Went out there drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later.
Да уж.
Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
Жилистые алкаши.
She really liked those muscles, though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy.
Срал я на смерть. Тебе следовало броситься в пучину вслед за ним. Жуть.
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on.
Прагматично.
Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better drunk. Ask her. Both.
Do it! Hit on the widow! It's the right thing to do!
Sure is. The sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue.
Угу. Ну, теперь про конверт.
Are you? This says by signing, I agree to living with construction noise. What exactly is the union building? What a nice idea. Wouldn't have thought that.
She sounds incredulous about the niceness of the idea.
That Everard and the union have nice plans for anything. I thought they only cared about themselves. Well, I guess union members have children too.
And those members have a vote when electing the head of the local chapter.
He has a pen in everything. Here you go. I shouldn't have.
Это же молодежный центр.
That's what I asked you. It's a youth center and I have children. Got to give them something else to do. They're cute and small now, but they're growing up fast. I had my first drink when I was 11 because I was so bored. Anyhow, you also need Isabel's signature. If it's a bad idea, she won't sign. You'll find she's a tougher nut to crack than me.
Sound logic. Division of labor. She leaves the skepticism to the skeptic.
Интересно. Я думал, будет по-другому. Ничего себе, сапоги. Посмотрим, как они выглядят. А у нас там что? Туфли из зеленой чешуйчатой кожи. Франко-негрийские. Прикольно. Тара. Тара, это хорошо. Эй, дети. Ничего себе. Кайф. Главное не нырять. Снующих. Где у нас, интересно, ночлежка?
The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind.
О, да похоже это.
I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your new living arrangement. But just so you know, after we are done with the day, I'll still be staying in the whirling and rags at night.
Хорошо,
We'll
хорошо.
meet in front of the shack in the morning.
The key turns with a satisfying click. You can enter the shack now.
Осмотримся. Да вполне себе уютно.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin. The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic.
Так. Больше половины шанса. Ну, why not?
Like an artist
Let's go.
or a master swordsman, you use the small mirror and the straight razor with some soap to remove all that unkempt hair from below the nose line. The sharp blade chafes against your
Ух ты,
skin,
какая картинка.
reducing the scratching sound. The surface underneath the beard feels tender, the air brushing against it chilly.
Потрогаем.
They feel so smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness overcomes you, as if you just came from a cold bath.
Разумеется, правильно. Освежились. Ким сейчас упадет просто.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it.
Тоже зеркало. Ух ты, ничего себе, пиджак. Да мы тут сейчас переоденемся. Логика плюс, а у нас... Наша... А. Просто посмотрим, как он выглядит. Не. Штаны нам сменить какие-то они. Не очень. Мгм. Ну и отлично. Мне все нравится. За бесплатно-то. Боже мой, ну и картинка. Уютное потрескивание. Ким, как тебе моя морда?
Yes?
Это самое. Я побрился.
Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps
Знаю, великолепен.
I'm really not sure about this turn of events. I may have preferred the mutton chops. They sort of seem to cover up the.
Да ладно,
Anyway,
Ким.
good on you. You were saying?
Да все, погнали. Про
Our
подпись.
tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up. Lillian should let her sword make her decisions. The girl just doesn't have the head for it. Either way, I won't sign.
Не подпишет.
Lillian's not the only one who's too trusting.
She wanted to see if you would do it, and if she would.
I've seen it all before. You think they've got our interests at heart? Rich men are always selling poor men promises they never plan to keep. Then the poor get pushed out of their homes and the rich get a little richer. That's the way it goes. So no, I don't trust the fat man, and neither should you.
28 всего. Можно попробовать, конечно. Давай.
It's really in her best interest to listen to you. You know how the world works.
Эх.
I've heard that pitch before plenty. Building this, building that, new jobs, new blood. Somehow the people here always end up holding the short end of the stick.
Да.
Were you dropped on the head as a kid? Don't live off a pittance for long. Do you know who takes the cream of these deals? Real estate developers, construction companies, restaurant owners, Claire's accountants in La Delta. Have some integrity. You're an officer of the law, not some fat slug's corrupt little crony.
It's okay. She's emotional right now. Keep at it. You know, there could be another way. You need to go someplace private and discreet, though, like your shack.
Ужас. Ладно. В любом случае, это второстепенная задача. Это что за домик? Наверное, ее. Уютненько. Ой, даже зайти можно? Так. Поц.
Hello, mister.
С котом? А, нет, это не Поц. Хи-хи.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom? That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything. It's a grouse.
Рептик.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side if you replace the broken scooter you almost certainly broke.
I don't know. Sure,
Давай
let's
спросим.
go and get it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry.
Серьезно?
It's
Что вот у тебя в
Lammy.
руках?
He's my friend. Sort of. Like,
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Lammy usually doesn't like strangers. But you're also fuzzy, like Lammy. Bye!
Ладно. Так. Ну чё, действительно будем брать воротничкового рептика. Пришли, стащили чучело. Блин. Так, школота.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth. The stone-kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's something to be scared of. The obvious fact that you just stated.
He looks just like me.
The boy doesn't answer. His brother throws another rock. Both of their hair is covered in some kind of dirt.
You're bad with kids. Don't worry, everyone.
Ну, спасибо.
How about we do some police work now? We're not getting anything here.
Ну ладно, пока. Детишки. Что у нас тут? Ого, магний, денежки. Красота. Тара. Ух ты. Чё за там? Случайно не криптозоологи?
You stop mid-step.
Что там тут в трубе лежит?
That bottle, Bratan! Just look at that bottle!
Ужас. Не обращаем внимания.
Good to see you. How's business? So what's happening? Yeah.
Пожмем руку.
Tequila Sunset. Or the,
Погоди, текила?
high concept reality-based adventures proceeding.
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy
Чего?
Brunel or leader of the 4th Street gang. Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
I like this guy. You should too. He respects you by calling you your true name.
It's good to hear that you're on.
Не знаю, мне говорят, что я коп.
Talking about you,
Потихоньку привыкаю.
did you know that I used to be a real mover and shaker? Sadly, things aren't going that well in idiot
Несомненно.
land. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
This guy's your buddy. You feel it immediately. You belong to an organization, a fraternity of drunks. Idiot doom spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good,
Братство алкашей.
high-consent conversation. At last.
We are saving the world.
Please don't go. Don't go.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're
Мужчина в трубе.
I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and willpower. But that didn't work out. So now, it's a pirate's life for me. It's you. Your Tequila Sunset.
Пират? Да ничего себе.
Don't you remember? Maybe. You look like you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be.
Tequila Sunset. Something ominous there.
Давай, выкладывай.
Let me take a sip to moisten up my chords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday. And by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth. Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop interrupting. You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk. Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot
Так и
yourself
было.
in the head right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
It
What?
is. Does that sound like something you'd do?
Жесть.
The
Так и
lieutenant's brow
есть.
is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
It was a late Saturday night when
Ким,
we, the
лучше не
Union
слушай.
of Moribund, getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling.
Общество агонизирующих алкоголиков. Неистующие алкаши.
Oh, yes, you do, Bratushka! The only thing better than that is putting the pedal to the metal after you kiss the tie. And off we go!
Бра.
One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs. Naturally,
Ой-ой.
loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in. Anyway, there was a brief silence,
Естественно.
a gasp of silence, if you will, followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of
Пивко не забыли. Скорость, с которой могут перемещаться алкоголики.
What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach. You revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs. The time hath come!
О, эпик.
So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied, the time hath come for tequila sunset, the end of all things.
Уа.
Your reality contracted. You jammed the pedal, plowed right off the jetty, and through the ice. We ran towards the ice, whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster.
Ктулху.
When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep.
Нифига себе, у нас были там моменты прозрения.
Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to. We asked about the whole tequila sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on. Yeah, I agree.
Текила Сансет.
Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon.
Алкомарафон, блин.
I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women.
Оу, фак.
How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Блин, классно он слагает, просто вообще кайф слушать.
Wow, that's quite a story.
Ким согласен.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
Ким, не обращай внимания. Да. Я рассказывал что-нибудь конкретное о той особе, которая меня раздавила.
Vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked too.
Please, don't open that door.
Да боже мой. Еще здоровье.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here.
Abigail!
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit.
Жесть. Я упоминал еще какую-нибудь потерю.
Beside your gun and your badge, you said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too. That's a big one.
Ну да. Что-нибудь про своих коллег я говорил?
You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was
Ну,
cramming
разумеется.
style.
Стиль
More like
суперкопа,
you
блин.
ripping theirs.
Эмпатия,
No
шарап.
surprise, though. It was more about you that night. You were the star of the show.
Я говорил что-нибудь о расследовании?
Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
Соло.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
Да, определенная стадия алкоголизма. Жесть.
Bender's a joke. He's sorry for the hermit cop.
Политику-то мы обсуждали?
Yeah, you kept talking about how the coal mine owners were fucking us all over, just like that woman fucked you. I didn't agree with you, by the way. The spectral hand of the market makes sure everyone gets exactly what they deserve.
Философски. Смогли вы понять, что я за коп?
You kept calling yourself a goddamn superstar who'd cleared 501 cases.
Goddamn superstar.
As you've already determined, the actual number is just over 200. But what's a little embellishment between friends?
Да, всего лишь в 2,5 раза.
No thanks to the squares at the precinct, as you put it.
Да, все верно. Подводим итоги.
It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
Кажется, ты неплохо умеешь рассказывать истории. Согласен вообще. Поделишься еще одной какой-нибудь?
Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right, why not? Better than a beach bum. It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out?
The gleam in his eyes and the slouch in his posture is so...
I don't want it, man. I need it. Can't tell stories without it. Dry stories are boring, you see. So, have you got anything for good old idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Seems fair to me. Then I will see you again once you've procured some. Par exemple, my good friend Rosemary here sells all kinds of stuff.
All kinds, sir. Beer and wine.
You too, Tequila Sunset.
То
Tequila Sun.
есть чё?
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy? So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for
What?
300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
See? There it is, Bratushka! The spirit! Let's buy the spirit! 300 real is a lot, but this has to be done! It's our end game!
Жесть. Просто очередная идея алкаша, которую я приписываю своему галстуку. В нем и загадка, и истина. Мне нужен этот спирт.
Snap out of it, Bratan!
Братан.
This is no time for melancholy introspection! It's time to buy... Bratan, you don't understand! It's not just another drink! This is what our relationship has been building towards all these years! This is the climax, the mystery, the virginal sigh! You have to buy it from him! Get it
Глоток
off
жизни,
him!
блин.
Kill him if you have to! Our ultimate fate depends on it! And the fate of many...
The lieutenant
Жесть.
looking at the bottle of spirits, then at Rosemary, suspiciously.
Так. Купим пивасик для этого чувака.
Bottoms up, Captain.
Да, почему
See,
бутылка так
friend,
стоит?
It's real valuable. Worth every hour, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture. You know what's crazy, actually? What?
Он сам уже забыл.
This guy.
Conversation might bring a discount, no?
Sure, sure. The spirits. Now, what did I say the price was again?
Oh, aye. Exactly. I remember now. I remember what was so crazy. For real steal for such...
Ой-ой.
It's almost too easy, haggling with incoherent drunks.
Ну, что-то как-то это... Не хочется на самом деле его обманывать так. Пока
In the
оставим.
civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back any...
Да, мы к тебе еще вернемся. Проверим этого. Валежник там устроил.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
Right. You might have found the one person who doesn't know you are the low, given how drunk he is.
Да.
Abigail. Oh, Abigail. Uh-huh. Abigail. Don't you fucking call...
Abigail is his wife or girlfriend. Chances are she's gone. You're not going to get anything out of this. Never thought you'd see such a thing in your life. But this guy
Слишком
is
пьян.
too drunk.
Don't call Abigail!
The man hiccups, then mumbles something. He snorts and beckons you to lean in.
Don't call Abigail! Don't!
There's no use in yelling at drunks.
The drunk man
Жуть.
starts coughing.
Don't you fucking... Don't! Don't!
There
Понятно.
was little chance he'd be a reliable witness.
Компашка очень интересная. Да.